So during the last lecture, we learned about the assessment of innovation in a project, and based on the innovation, like how much innovation that project has, we go to different ways. So let's make it more. So this thing actually involves these two process: the project problem identified and conducting research to similar problems in different or similar or different industries. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just delete this thing, this guy, this guy, and then I'm gonna take this, right? And then just make it no fill. I'm gonna make it dashed. Yeah. S- 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 Control G, C, Control V. Hmm, Space, but unfortunately I didn't have much space, so I will have to move it up a little bit. I don't like this. Let's use this thing. This is a big. Yeah. So now it more looks more uh it looks more meaningful, where these two steps are actually like this thing, the whole innovation assessment process is involving these two steps together, where we need to first identify a problem, and then we have to understand how much, we have to assess how much innovation it has, and based on that uh, we go to either like benchmarking or research how this problem would be is solved by the competitors in the same industry. And if it's a totally innovative project, then we think like uh, we we have to research, we have to come up with similar problems solved in similar industries, not the same industry but similar industries with complex products. So, and this if we can perform these two steps, we are done with conducting research to this step as well. Now the question is this thing. Just let's make this upper. So this thing for this, how many ways we have in general. So of course, when there is a problem, say if our problem is not an innovative one, and we have that based on customers' feedback, we're gonna reach out to certain people, for example, the sales team. We will reach out to our sales team and ask them if they have any knowledge about the competitor's product or can provide us more insight. We can reach out to our networks who has knowledge of this kind of product. We can we can uh, we can definitely bring in product and test. We can bring in the market product of the computer and do perform test and see like what is there. So and then we can try to integrate. That can be another thing. But of course, these are like time consuming. These are all time consuming process. We want to come up with solutions, like potential solutions first, and we should be able to exactly know how how to how the problems are solved. So for my case, it's as I explained um, in the previous tutorial that the product is pressure washer which vibrates a lot, and then I have a certain level of vibration right now and I want to reach a certain level of vibration. So next step would be I would ask a question whether this project is innovative or entirely innovative or not. So if it's not an innovative project, I'll go to talk to the sales team, to my network, especially the sales team, so they can provide me good insight on uh, what how we could make the things differently and probably go from there. This can be really straightforward, and this is not really that much. This really doesn't require that much of research and innovation. But for my case, because there is no such problem I'm assigned and I'm not reaching out, so for my case, it's more like this. I'm considering it, for example, say I'm considering it as an entirely innovative project. So in that case, I'll have to actually research on this, on the similar products, on the similar industries, and there, uh, what are the ways I can go? How can I identify the similar problems? For example, I can come up with asking some questions. I can come up with asking some questions like, first question would be, first question would be So first thing I would be asking myself is like, is there a way we can study on this type of problem and solution? The answer is yes. And then the next question is, what are those resources? So the resources, typically resources we can uh, we can look up into the into ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, I have written down this prompt where I'm assigned an R&D project as a first step of finding the solution for the problem. I'm looking for similar problems that are already resolved in different industries. What are the best ways of doing that? So of course, it's coming up with some generic resources that I can go through to get more knowledge about kind of problem, this kind of problem, existing problems solved into different industries and in academia, and also potential the solution options. The first thing is, of course, that would be yes, actually. Next question is, what are those resources? First would be patent. Second is yeah. So patents are great source of innovation across different industries. Use platforms like Google Patents and USPTO. Um, Place it and search for different patents related to the problem you're working on. Keywords, technological fields, and applications should guide you. So this term, keyword, technological field, and applications, this is something that we have to really customize, and we need to like all the research we did here. All this discussion is to define what keywords we should use. I will come back to this topic later, but let's just write down this thing. Mm, I'm gonna make it this like this. Those resources, make it bold, and then patent. Patent, it can be Google patent, Google patents, USPTO, USPTO, and then of course academia, which is literature review, literature review, and then benchmarking. Companies often publish case studies too. So I'll just write company case studies. Company case studies. Look for industrial reports, white papers, benchmarking studies on platforms like McKinsey, Deloitte, and special consulting firms in your field. Okay. I can explore more that topic later. Industrial conferences and webinar. Experts present their latest solution at conferences or webinar. Attend relevant industry-specific conferences, trade shows, or virtual webinars. You can network with professionals. Yeah, this is more like part of the network thing. I'm not gonna do that because I cannot do that for when I have a deadline. Like this doesn't add much value. Uh, Consult with experts or communities. Again, this is part of network. But yeah, engage in professional networks like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, relevant technical communities, Stack Exchange, or Reddit forums. Yeah, this is kind of nice. Networks, for example, LinkedIn, ResearchGate, and then Reddit forum, Stack Exchange. I'm gonna write down everything so we know what options we have. And then technical standards. Standards involved based on known solution to common problems. Look at ISO, ASTM, industry-specific standards for solution that embedded in this in evolution of industry-wide practices. These documents often reveal how industries solve their issues over time. Interesting. So these industry-specific standards or solutions are embedded in this in evolution of the interesting. The next is internal knowledge base. It's basically check with your company archives knowledge, and this is what I have that for. Uh, uh, yeah, I'll also add that. Check with internal knowledge base. Yeah. So far, we can identify similar problems in industry and their solutions by going through patents, different patents, and literature review, company case studies, and networks like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, Reddit, forum, Stack Exchange, and check with internal knowledge base as well. So that is important. So this is considering you have you already have say a project that your teammates or someone in your company knows a bit about that. For example, say for the vibration control, you have say zero knowledge about how vibration is controlled, and then you have someone who has been testing vibration for a long time, and that person can provide you knowledge about how these are typically getting solved because he has been doing that for a long time, so he might have some understanding what might work or what might not work. So we already have that actually here in the like brainstorm station where we discuss with engineers. But at the same time, this can be really helpful if you go if you get the knowledge from these experienced researchers and engineers in the team in the very beginning. Then you can actually come up with really good ideas. So it's good to have. It's good to include them in the prior stage as well. Networks, LinkedIn, ResearchGate, Reddit, Forum, and StackFlow. So LinkedIn and ResearchGate, I'm quite familiar about how to reach out. For LinkedIn, for example, if you uh, if you'd want to get connected to all the people who are in working in the same industry and also in the similar industry with complex product. For example, if I'm working in pressure washer industry, power equipment industry, I'm also gonna be trying to get network with the uh, people working in automobiles or also in robotics. So those people, I can reach out to introduce myself like ahead. It's really important. So when I fall into this issue, I can build a relationship beforehand, and then I can reach out about like their suggestions about their insight, how that works. Um, they can provide us useful document, useful links where we can find solution for similar problems. And ResearchGate, obviously ResearchGate is a source of a bunch of research in academia. They're doing state of art research, and we can learn at least to some extent from theoretical point of view, and from implement point of view as well, like how to an extent that something has been researched that actually works, or that doesn't actually work. So that thing that helps us to come up with some options as well. And literature review actually comes with the same thing. I think one thing that is really interesting to me is like going through patents, different patents. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I'm gonna explore that in the next lecture. And then after that I will go through this company case studies. This is also interesting. So how do we go through the company case studies, and like what are those actually? I have no idea. So we can explore together and learn how how we can how can actually we find out those case studies, those relevant case studies, and we can get ideas from those. And also like from network, this truth thing I have never used, the Stack Exchange and Reddit, not sure. So I'll probably study further about this in the following lectures.